Victor Osimhen hat-trick against the Cheetah of Benin Republic, formerly known as the Squirrel of Benin Republic, has sent the Super Eagles of Nigeria to the playoff round of the FIFA World Cup qualification. In this video, I will bring you the practical analysis of how the Super Eagles of Nigeria have actually qualified for the playoff rounds in the ongoing FIFA World Cup qualification series in the African continent. So let's dive into it. With the expanded edition of the FIFA World Cup, which have been expanded from 32 countries to 48 countries, and that will see 9 countries in the continent of Africa participate in the World Cup next year, that is being co-hosted by United States of America, Canada, and Mexico. In the African qualification series, 54 countries were supposed to take part in the qualification series, with each group having 6 teams. But in the process, Eritrea withdrew from the competition in November of 2023 before they played any match. And that have actually played a very big role, seeing the Super Eagle pick a playoff spot among the best 4 losers. According to FIFA and CAF rule, after Eritrea withdrew from the World Cup qualification, the rule states that whenever a team withdraws from the group or have been disqualified from the group, in order to determine the best losers, points will be deducted from the lowest ranked team in the group to determine the best loser. So, in all of the Group A to Group I in the African World Cup qualification series, have 6 teams in each group, except for Group E that have just 5 teams. Now, going forward, in each group in the African qualification series, the 9 countries that have qualified automatically to take part in the World Cup next year are Egypt, Senegal, South Africa, Cape Verde, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Algeria, Tunisia, and Ghana. These were the respective group winners in their various groups from Group A to Group I. Now, this is where the calculations definitely comes in. In order to determine the best losers in the competition of the playoff round, all we just need to do, according to the FIFA rule, is to remove or deduct points from the second place teams in the group. Now, if you look at the various groups from Group A to Group I, in Group A, Burkina Faso is the second place team, having played 10 rounds of matches in the World Cup qualification, because in Group A, they have 6 countries participated in the qualifying rounds. Burkina Faso have 21 points, and the lowest placed team in Group A is Djibouti. Burkina Faso defeated Djibouti on both legs, both home and away, defeated them 6-0 and 4-1 respectively, scoring 10 goals in the process and conceding just 1. So in Group A, if you take away 6 points from Burkina Faso's 21 points after 10 matches, Burkina Faso will be left with 15 points. And if you take away 9 goals, from the 23 goals they actually scored, that will left Burkina Faso, if you take away 9 from 23, you are going to have 14. And that simply means in the qualifying rounds, Burkina Faso scored 14 goals, conceded 8, and that left them with 15 points and plus 6. Going forward, in Group B, Senegal qualified from that group automatically. So, DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, are placed second, as you can see. I circle it. DR Congo placed second after 10 rounds of matches. DR Congo have 22 points. If you deduct 6 points from 22 that DR Congo is having, we'll be left with 16 points. That means DR Congo has 16 points. Already, points advantage, they are better off than Burkina Faso in Group A. DR Congo actually defeated South Sudan on both legs. So, take away 6 points, they are left with 16 points. In Group C, Nigeria finished second in Group C after 10 rounds of matches with an emphatic 4-0 victory in the last round of match against Benin Republic at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. So Nigeria, having 17 points, were only able to get 2 points from the lowest ranked team in Group C, talking about Zimbabwe, and that invariably that means we are only going to deduct 2 points from the Super Eagles 17. But since both legs were draw, so they have no goals to be deducted here. So Super Eagles scored 15 goals in the qualifying rounds and conceded 8. So take away 8 from 15, we are left with 7. That means, if you take note of what I've been doing, in Group A, Burkina Faso have 15 points with plus 6. DR Congo in Group B has 16 points. Point difference, they are ahead of both Nigeria and Burkina Faso. So I did take a look at their goals different. So in Group C, which means Nigeria now have 15 points and plus 7 goal difference, better off than Burkina Faso. In Group D, Cape Verde qualified automatically from Group D. Cameroon finished second from Group D, and that left Cameroon with 19 points after 10 rounds of matches. The lowest placed team in Group D is Eswatini, and Cameroon picked 4 points from Eswatini's game. They defeated Eswatini in the first leg 3-0, and in the second leg it was a goalless draw. So that means for Cameroon, out of the 19 points they have there, you will deduct 4 points from 19, and that will leave us with 15 points. Now they scored 3 goals in the process, considered nothing. So deduct 3 goals from Cameroon's 17 goals. That will leave them with 14 goals. So now goal difference, they scored 14, considered 5. Goals different, Cameroon will be having plus 9 going forward. So that means Cameroon have 15 points and plus 9. They are tied on point with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The goal difference, they have plus 9, while the Super Eagles of Nigeria have plus 7. In Group E already have only five countries, and this is where Eritrea actually withdrew from. So that is why this group has 5, and already Group E is the standard that is being used in order to determine the best losers in the competition after the original winners of each group. So Morocco qualified automatically with 24 points, not losing any game. Kudos to Morocco. That was an excellent qualification series which they have. So Niger finished second in that group. They have 15 points and scored 11, considered 10. So they also have 15 points like the Super Eagles of Nigeria and also Cameroon and Burkina Faso. But in this case, they have plus 1 only as goal difference. So Niger is out of the equation. In Group F, Ivory Coast qualified with 26 points after 10 rounds of matches. They actually won 8, drew 2, and lost nothing. Excellent. I mean, it was an excellent qualification round for Ivory Coast. In the process, they scored 25 goals, conceded nothing. That was excellent. So, second in Group F is Gabon. Gabon is placed second in that group, and the lowest ranked team is Seychelles. Gabon actually picked 6 points ahead of Seychelles in this group. So, deduct 6 points from Gabon, 25 points, and that will left Gabon with 19 points. And that means Gabon have 19 points going forward. So, point-wise, in fact, they are the highest, they are the best losers when it comes to the best losers. Gabon is the best loser going forward with 19 points. So, in Group G, Algeria qualified automatically with 25 points after 10 rounds of matches. Second in that group, as highlighted there, is Uganda. After 10 rounds of matches, Uganda got 18 points. And Uganda actually picked up 6 points from the lowest placed team in that group, talking about Somalia. So, minus 6 points from Uganda's 18 points accumulated, that would left Uganda with 12 points. So, Uganda out of the equation. In Group H, Tunisia qualified automatically from Group H. So, in order to determine the second place in this group, because we are using a standard of 5 teams in a group, so to determine Namibia's point, Namibia, after 10 rounds of matches, they actually got 15 points. But Namibia actually also picked 6 points from Sao Tome and Principe. So, deduct 6 points from Namibia's 15 points. They will be left with just 9 points. So, Namibia out of the equation. We have in Group I, Ghana. After 10 rounds of matches, Ghanaian have actually qualified automatically with 25 points as group leader. Second behind Ghana, as highlighted there, is Madagascar. After 10 rounds of matches, Madagascar had 19 points, and Madagascar actually picked 6 points from Czech Republic that are placed last in the group. So take away 6 points from Madagascar, you'll be left with 13 points. So you can now see that the points from the second place team in the group, from Group From Group A to Group I, we have Burkina Faso 15 points with +6, DR Congo 16 points, Uganda, Nigeria 15 points with +7, Cameroon 15 points with +9, Niger 15 points with +1, Gabon 19 points, Uganda 12 points, Namibia 9 points, and Madagascar 13 points. So if you look at the best 4 out of this, you will find out that Gabon with 19 points is the first best loser. Second in that group is Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo is the second best loser among the best losers. Third is Cameroon with 15 points and goal difference of +9 makes them third, while the Super Eagles of Nigeria also is 15 points with goal difference of +7. Ahead of Burkina Faso also, who have 15 points with goal difference of +6. Men, this was indeed a well calculated decision by CAF and FIFA. This decision was reached in March 2025 after the withdrawal of Eritrea from the World Cup qualification round of matches in November of 2023. So, after much deductions of points from the teams that were placed second in each group, we find out that the Super Eagles of Nigeria finally have qualified for the playoff rounds of matches in the ongoing World Cup qualification. Now, the big question here is, can the Super Eagle of Nigeria make it to the World Cup next year? Let's see. Now, the 4 best placed teams, talking about Gabon, Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, and Super Eagles of Nigeria, will be paired in the semi-final round of matches, with both teams playing in the semi-finals in a neutral ground, and also the final will be played in a neutral ground. The winner in the best 4 will take part in the Interconfederation playoff round of matches against either a team from Asia or from the South American region. But so far as it stands, let's hope and see that the Super Eagles can actually make it out of the playoff round. Then we'll get to know who our opponent will definitely be going forward in the Interconfederation playoff. So, I haven't seen all of this play out. In my initial video, I actually forgot that in Group E, there were 5 teams that actually took part in that particular group. I actually forgot that there are going to be point deduction in order to determine the best losers in the competition. And that is what just actually happened. The more reason, after the 4-0 victory against the Cheetah of Benin Republic last night, we saw the Super Eagles of Nigeria full of celebration and with high hopes that they can still qualify for next year's World Cup. And that is the additional options, or that is the additional slot that the African continent is actually having in order to make it 10 countries that will participate from the continent of Africa in next year's World Cup. So we hope to see how that will definitely play out, and we hope to see that Africa actually have 10 countries participated in next year's World Cup. I must actually salute few countries that actually have an excellent 100% run in the qualifying round of matches, like in Group F, where we have Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast actually played 10 matches. They won 8, drew 2, lose nothing, scored 25 goals in the process without conceding any goal. A fantastic run of qualifying matches, and they were given a good run for their money by Aubameyang-led Gabon team. But it was unfortunate Ivory Coast was in that particular group, and they actually picked the ticket automatically, and Gabon will be going through the playoff as a result of that. In Group E, where we have only 5 countries, Morocco actually had 100% run of games in their qualifying matches. Played 8, won all 8, drew nothing, lose nothing, scored 22 goals in the process, and conceded only 2 goals. And also in Group B, Senegal also had an unbeaten run in the qualifying round of matches. They played 10 matches, won 7, drew 3, and lost nothing. Scored 22 goals in the process and conceded 3. So, Senegal, Morocco, and Ivory Coast, and Tunisia. Tunisia also have a very good run in the round of matches. In fact, excellent one. They played 10 matches, won 9, drew 1, lose nothing, scored 22 goals, and conceded nothing. That was quite excellent by the talking about the Tunisian team. So it was good to see the Tunisian team actually had that excellent run. And also Egypt also had an unbeaten run prior to their qualification for next year's World Cup. They actually played 10 matches, won 8, drew 2, lost nothing. They scored 20 goals in the process and conceded just 2. So finally, the last round of the African World Cup qualification matches ended yesterday with four countries making it to the playoff round, which include Gabon with 19 points, DR Congo with 16 points, Cameroon and Nigeria tie on 15 points, with goal difference actually bringing both of them to be part of the best 4 losers. So, what do you make of the qualification of the Super Eagles to the playoff round? Do you see Super Eagles going all out to pick the ticket and also to play in the interconfederation playoff against a team in Asia or in South America? Drop your thoughts down below. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you in my next video. Super Eagle all the way. Let's go. You can do it. Bye for now.